got the tea? What's the tea?
We got the tea. Sip real smooth, come vibe with me. Sacred teas, that frequency. Blue magic, you gon' feel so free. Blue lotus, mango, peach, oolong steam. Little ginger, hibiscus in a team. Hot or cold, float right in the dream. The wise elder, roots run deep. White lotus, elderberry steep. Burdock, dandelion for the cleanse. Ginger, honey bush, so soothe begins. Hot cup, calm, cold brew, bold. Either way, let the wellness unfold. Equinox, balance in your cup. Soursop, moringa, power up. Mint leaves cool, pineapple pop. Apple, hibiscus, flavor don't stop. Hot, cold, always refreshing. Sacred tea, your soul's blessing. We got the tea. What's the tea? What's the tea? Who got the tea? Sacred tea, that's luxury. What's the tea? Who got the tea? Sacred tea, that's luxury.
It's tea time with MahMah Tea. Yeah! Welcome in, everybody. What's going on, y'all? Y'all know what it is. You know what it is. When you come in here, baby, you better put them globes up. You better put them suns up, the feathers up. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to the building. Welcome to the party. Welcome to the day of remembrance. The day of remembrance. I'm sitting here drinking my tea. How y'all doing? Welcome everybody. Now I gotta take my glass off because I can't see who the hell up in here. What's happening? What's happening? Libra 59 in the building. Roz Willa in the building. Jazzy in the building. Mims in the building. What's up, Mims? I need to get with you, Mims. I think I want to have you on my podcast to show people how to get some of these coins. I think I want to get you on the podcast, Mims. Let me know if you enter. Is this the real Mims? This the brother talking about, the crypto and stuff. Is that you? Is that you, Mims? M-I-M-S? Yeah. Look, I be following you. I be checking you out. I be seeing you clicking them bars. Clicking them gold bars and them silver bars. I've been watching you for a minute, but I think I want to get you on the podcast so you can help talk to the people about investing, because I don't trust a lot of people when it comes. Let me turn my shit down. I don't trust a lot of people when it comes to investments, but there's something about your spirit that I think you a good dude. I think you a good dude. What's your sign, man? Just put your sign in the chat for me, because I gotta get the digits, the real digits. My podcast is the Stella Maris Podcast. I don't even know if I got it linked on the TikTok. If you follow me on YouTube, you will already know Stella Maris Podcast. Honey, I've been on YouTube. I'm not over here. I don't like over here no more. Over here is trash. Let me stop talking about these people like this. Ma'am, did you put your birthday up? I don't know. Inbox it to me, because everybody don't need to know your business. But what's your sign? That's very important. Astrology is very important when you looking to collaborate with people. I've been messing that up a lot. I've just been going on this and that and the other, not checking the charts. I learned my lesson, honey, this past year. All the people that, let's collab, let's do this, honey. That shit turned out to be a damn disaster. Not any goddamn more, honey. What's your birthday? And if it's looking right in the charts, it's going to look right in reality. Y'all don't believe in astrology? That's your business. Astrology is the truth. Saves you a lot of heartache, time, and trouble. And trust what you see. Anyway. Yes, honey, I've been studying astrology for over 20 years, and it never lets me down. I let myself down. I be letting my guard down. Letting them slip in. And I be saying, after a while, 2-3 months, let me get birthday. And I got looking at it, I be like, oh, shit. Then I sit and wait. my moon in Scorpio kick in. You know, I'm gonna hook the bait and watch it bite the shit. And I'm gonna sit and wait and see when those aspects activate. Now, trust me, everybody ain't perfect. We all carrying some shit. We all are. But you have to know you, right? And what works for you. And if someone has aspects that are adverse to what works for you, trust and believe there's going to be a challenge later. There's going to be a confrontation later. There's going to be something that's going to activate that later. And it's not necessarily their fault or your fault. Well, it's really your fault. So use your ass, you know better. But what it is it's energy, right? And in their energy, they act a certain way. And in your energy, you act a certain way. But the conflict arises when you know you, right? And you know you, and you tell them, yeah, I'm not down with that. I don't rock like that. I don't get down like that. And they think in their mind that they can override what you know about you. Like they know you better than you. That's when I go to the charts and I'll be like, what the hell? What they sun doing? What's their Mars doing? Because these egos is off the chain. And then when you see that they may be having some conflict even within themselves, and then that is aspecting with what you're holding, you're going to activate that shit in them. And it's like, we can save ourselves so much time and trouble, or we have a better understanding on how to work with people in relationships or in business and things of that nature, because everything is not going to be 100%, right? But if you're looking to make some money with somebody, they need to have aspects to your second house, your 11th house, or your 8th house, maybe even your 5th house, or the planetary rulers of those houses. They have to be in harmony. And if their planets may be in harmony with that, but their aspects with those planets in their chart is fucked up, like jacked up, that means they're horrible with finances, money, or making money, but it's attractive to you. They present themselves in a certain way that's attractive to you. So when you connect with them and the shit fuck up, that's when you be like, oh, you messed up with money anyway. You know what I'm saying? So there's a science to this. There's a science to unraveling this. And once you start learning that, you have better relationships with people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm drinking my tea. I might have a runny nose. I'm going to have to go blow my nose in a minute, because every year around this time I get congested. So, you know, MahMah Tea's Wellness Blends. I be doing my thing with my Wild Zelda, and I got the soursop moringa mix with the hibiscus and ginger's fire. So if you haven't checked out my teas, link in bio, because if I promote too much, you know, they're going to cut off the stream. Just saying. So how y'all doing? Didn't complete the heart me mission. What that mean? I don't know what that means. Auntie MahMah Tea, we still sell. Hell no! Listen, this is why I came on here. We still sell them. You see the videos recycling on this day. You know how TikTok pulls up the on this day. That's the only reason why I come over here, is to pull my on this day videos and use the age filter. That's it. Other than that, catch me on YouTube or Instagram. Other than that, they pull, you know, every year they pull up these videos. So I did that video about in 2023, and it came up, and I reposted it, and it started to pick up on multiple channels again. And I was like, wow, this is really happening. But I'm explaining to you why I started that, because this wasn't deliberate. Nothing that I'm doing, I'm realizing it's not deliberate. It's like, this should just be happening. Like, I didn't plan none of this, but it started happening. But I'm gonna give you the backstory of when I started fasting on Thanksgiving. I was always in the medical field or always in hospitality. So I always had to work on the holidays. And after, you know, my family, all the children got grown and moved on their own. And then I started being by myself. During the holidays, I would always find myself by myself. And then I would be working. And so I didn't cook. I never came home and cooked. This is before I started realizing who we were as a people. Right? So the ancestors was prepping me all along. Like, you don't really know what your higher self, your oversoul, whatever you want to call it, is prepping you for when you're going through certain things. So make a long story short, I never had nothing to eat. I could never find any. By the time I got off of work, you know, everything's closed on Thanksgiving. And I'm like, all the restaurants is closed. So only thing I could eat is what I had. And it was either soup or salad or fruits or vegetables. So it was like, and then I started getting angry about that shit because it made me feel like, damn, am I not supposed to be with family? Am I supposed to celebrate? I'm not supposed to be a part of these festivities? And after a while, you start getting depressed. Like, you know, they say a lot of people commit during the holiday season because, you know, most people are with their family and all of that kind of shit. So they feel lonely. Well, I started feeling that a little bit, and it was happening every year for like the past 7-8 years. And it wasn't until that video that I made, what you see MahMah Tea talking about, just no thank you, the no thank you video. I was living in Atlanta at the time. And that year was that was in 2022. It was like a couple years after COVID. And during COVID, I spent the whole COVID by myself. I was, you know, Atlanta was a little different. They opened up early. Swipe to interview. You know, they about to cut me off if I don't do something. So anyway, I went to the river that day. And that was the year, a couple years after that, we all started awakening to the fact that we're indigenous to this realm. And I have family all throughout the East Coast of America as well as the Caribbean. And my family, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my grandfather are from St. Thomas. And I remember a while ago when we had a family reunion, I did some research on the Arawak, the Taino, and the Caribs. And I've never heard my grandparents ever mention anything, and my great-grandparents, anything about coming from Africa. They've always talked about living in the Caribbean, living in the islands. Like, they didn't know nothing else. Or South America, when I found my great-grandfather's passport, he had a South America, Sao Paulo, Brazil stamp on there. So I was like, we was here the whole damn time. Like, for real, my awakening really started coming around that time. And so when I went to the river as MahMah Tea and I made that video, it was this thing of saying, you know, I'm not going to celebrate this ritual anymore, because when you start calling yourselves indigenous and you need to walk in that, then you need to realize that this holiday was based on the slaughtering and massacring of your ancestors. So if you're still participating in a ritual, when you go ahead and do the history of the Pequot Indians and the Wampanoag Indians and the Puritans, not necessarily, they give us the Pilgrim story, but the Puritans and what was going on and how they started to make this a national holiday, then you realize that the roots of it was based on massacre, a celebration of Thanksgiving, when they slaughtered these tribes that they was warring with. So when they won the battle, they called it a day of Thanksgiving. And so they decided to, you know how they mix that shit and change it and call it a national holiday. And when I found that shit out, that was it for me. I couldn't sit there and participate in that. And then, you know, so when I make these videos and I'm telling you guys this, and, you know, I get sometimes I get pushback or whatever. So I don't even care about it no more. And, you know, the most pushback you probably get is from your own family if they're not resonating on the frequency you are. So during the holidays, I always spend time by myself anyway. And it's a time that I transmuted the energy from feasting on the day of death and murder to fasting on the day of remembrance and honor to my ancestors. So when I share that with you guys, it's for that reason. If you don't feel that, this is not something that you must do. Like, I don't push what I do on anybody, just like I don't want the shit you do, you gonna push that shit on me. So this is why I don't necessarily participate in it, because through my ancestry and really realizing that we are indigenous, we are the native tribes. And it kind of bothers me that people on the continent of North America think that you are different than all the surrounding areas of the Americas. And who is injecting this? You need to take a good look at that, because they're not coming from a place of divine sovereignty. You're operating from a place of hierarchy, and it has nothing to do with matriarchy. Now moving on to another subject. When we talk about matriarchy and patriarchy, it's not about domination or control. That's what patriarchy does. The matriarchs, the mothers at the time, operated from a place of sovereignty, and this whole realm belongs to her. Not just this little continent or this dot on the map or this little section of the earth. This whole realm is divine feminine. And from her comes the divine masculine. And until you start to recognize that, realize that, then you know that we've been duped this whole time. So you're not going to run my mouth for days on this shit. But there's a lot of things that's going in my mind that I'm seeing that we're doing to each other. And I'm beginning to understand why we were conquered and why we fell asleep. I don't think it's necessarily so much what they did to us. It's what we did to us first. And until we take accountability and responsibility and own up to the shit we did to each other first, then we will never heal. And we're still doing it today. We're still doing it today. You know what I'm talking about? Put a 1 in the chat if you feel me. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Put a feather up. Put a feather up if you know what I'm talking about. Exactly, because so it's like we're doing the same thing the colonizer is doing. Do y'all recognize that? We've taken on the attributes and the characteristics of the colonizer. It's like we want to pick and choose the shit. Like we want to we want to pick and choose what we can and can't do. And it's like we've been poisoned. We've been poisoned, but no one can poison you unless they see that you're vulnerable. And how do they know that you're vulnerable? Because you've already been divided. Y'all, us, we divided ourselves first. Yeah. And we still doing that shit. We still doing that shit. And I could give you some examples that's going to mess all of y'all up right now. You ready to get messed up? You know, when you spend some time by yourself, you get to think about a lot of shit. Yeah. Divided and conquered, but we divided ourselves first, though. We divided ourselves first because you know what? Hierarchy creeped in. The parasitic energy and frequency of hierarchy creeped in. And what does hierarchy mean? Basically, I'm better than you. I'm greater than you. I'm above you. You're below me. There's a rank to this shit. And that's not, when I started playing around with music and things of that nature and tones and frequencies, there's no tone greater than the other tone. There's no note greater than the other note. It just doesn't work that way. Everything has its own vibration and it needs to work in unison in order to bring forth this symphony of sound, right? This frequency, this holistic frequency of sound. When you see somebody playing with singing bowls, right? One singing bowl ain't greater than another singing bowl. Like they rocking all the frequencies for you to get a holistic effect of what's going on, the holistic resonance. We used to operate like that. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. We don't operate that. We operate from a place like they not like us. We operate from a space They not like us. And all the shit I'm saying, I'm guilty of this shit too. I was sloganizing all the shit these niggas are saying. I was sloganizing this shit. They not like us. And I'm going to break that shit down in a way very simple that you really understand, like, what is we saying when we say that? What are we saying when we say they not like us? Because I'm going to show you how ridiculous this shit is in a minute. I'm going to show you how ridiculous this shit is in a minute. And I'm not talking about color, because I'm going to keep it within the color. I'm going to keep it within, excuse me, I'm eating this tea. I'm drinking this tea, and there's some of these, I told you, the herbs be coming out of this joint, but it feel like it's in my tea. Anyway, I'm not even going to talk about other races. I'm going to talk about us, melanated beings, and how we divide ourselves up by this, they're not like us. All right? So let's do it like this. Right now, they're talking about people from the square on the United States, the 50 states of the United States, about people outside of that, even in the same hemisphere, or whether you could still be on the same continent though, whether it's the border that the white boy put, and above that there's Canada, the border that the white boy put between Texas and Central America, which is Mexico, the border that Mexicans put at the tip of Mexican going into the Central Americas, right? The borders that these motherfuckers put, like all the borders that are placed on the continents were put there by Europeans. You do realize that, right? Then they gave you sigils, frequency tones in the form of sigils called flags. Seals and sigils called state seals. Country seals, country flags, right? All of them have incorporation dates, which are the birth date that they utilize to anchor in archonic energy under planetary frequencies, anchored by monuments, birth dates, state capitals, state parks, sacred geometry, ley lines, the whole kit and caboodle to lock you in this matrix, right? But I'm going to get back. Just rock with me, because I'm going somewhere on the They Not Like Us. I didn't forget that. Now, we'll say they're not like us in Canada, in America, right? They'll say they're not like us in Mexico, and this and that. And I totally understand that, because two different colonizers came, right? Even the British was still part of here, and the Spaniards. So we could say the Spaniards came in Mexico below, and the British came above, right? And the French and all the rest of them, right? But now let me show you how it starts to get really weird. Remember in the 90s with hip hop, the East Coast, West Coast war? Remember that? Remember the East Coast, West Coast, the East Coast, West Coast war? The niggas on the East Coast was saying the niggas on the West Coast ain't like us. They not like us. But we in the same country. We live in the same damn country. But the niggas on the East Coast is saying the niggas on the West Coast ain't like us. It gets better. Now, let's say you go down to Atlanta. Niggas in Atlanta will say, I'm gonna stop saying niggas, right? But you know, I'm from the hood. So people in Atlanta will say, them boys in New York, we don't like them boys up there. They not like us. People up in New York and in the North, they'll say the people down in the South, they not like us. But they on the same coast. First we had the East Coast saying the West Coast ain't like the East Coast and the West. Now you got the North saying that the South ain't like the North, but you on the same coast. They not like us. It gets better. Now, let's go to New York. No. I'm going to save that one. Now, let's go to the North. You got people in New York saying, we ain't like them niggas in Philly. They not like us. You got niggas in Philly saying, we ain't like them niggas in D.C. They not like us. You got niggas in D.C. saying, we ain't like them niggas in Jersey. They not like us. We got niggas in Jersey saying, we ain't like them niggas in Boston. They not like us. But you in the North. You in the North, though. Okay, so now we got the East Coast saying they ain't like the West Coast. Then we got the North saying they ain't like the South. Hold on, I can talk about the South too. You can South Kakalaka. South Kakalaka, people in North Kakalaka. They not like us. Y'all got the same name. Y'all not like us. You see how ridiculous this shit begin to sound? It gets even better. Now I'm going to go back to New York. You got people in New York. Let's say Brooklyn. You got people in Brooklyn saying, them brothers in Harlem, them sisters in Harlem, they not like us. You got people in Brooklyn saying people in Harlem, they not like us. You in the same city. You in the same state. But they not like us. Come on, y'all. I'm trying to show you how we divide and conquer ourselves. We did it to ourselves first because we still doing it. Now, we went to the same state and they still do. You got people in New York who say the people up there in Syracuse and Buffalo to the people that's in New York City, they not like us. They not like us. You in the same damn state, though. You in the same state. With a lie. Am I lying, y'all? Come on. Am I lying? Am I lying? Am I lying? I'm going to show you how ridiculous this division is about what we do with. This is ridiculous. Now for the last part, and this is really going to bring it on home for you to totally understand when we talk about they not like us and the dividing of black people with black people and black people and black, all these compartments of divisions. Let's go to LA. Crips and the Bloods. Where did they begin? Where did the Crips and the Bloods begin? Come on. Where did the Crips and the Bloods begin? Was it in California or what? Compton, LA. Who's that? Janelle, Compton, LA, 36, rolling 30s and all that kind of shit, right? Am I right? You in the same damn city. Some of y'all a block away. Some of you in the same town. You in the same town. You the next street over. You across the street. You across the street. But they not like us. And you wonder why they keep conquering us over and over and over again. Hold on. Got the whole zodiac mapped out in my mind. Listen, if you haven't checked out the Beatniks, I am now streaming on Spotify, in case you didn't know. Beatniks, Beatni, capital X. I got my whole catalog on there now. I didn't want to do it, but I said, I want to get the music out there because we need some high vibrational music because I don't know what's going on now. And yes, I use AI to make my music. I've been writing rhymes and writing music since I was 15. Nobody wanted to hear shit I had to say. Nobody wanted to hear what Sha Blyss had to say, period, until MahMah Tea came along. Same thing with the music. So I said, fuck it, I'm going to use my rhymes and my lyrics and I'm going to put it in AI. I make my own shit. And I have to sell my soul to do it. Now, folks don't like AI. I love it. And it ain't going nowhere. I understand it. It's going to break every paradigm imaginable. I got a video coming out this week on YouTube called Simulations, Reincarnations in the Book of Revelations. Ooh, that one is fire. If you're on the Patreon channel, it's already out there. But anyway, I'm gonna turn my shit down. How y'all feeling so far about what I'm talking about here? Is that the only platform? No, it's on Tidal, Apple, iTunes, all the rest of them. It should be out on all of them. It's in the link in bio, Ty. Link in bio. And it's a ton of fake pages, but no fake pages on YouTube because I got the little check thing. I got the little check on Instagram too. And I think now on Facebook. Speaking of Facebook, if you MahMah Tea on Facebook, you spell it all together, MahMahTea. You took my name and my face and my videos. You on Facebook. Now I wasn't on Facebook. I had my store on there, and I think I had my Sha Blyss on there, and it was connected to my Instagram. And I spent most of my time on YouTube, but some said, let me get on Facebook and see what's going on, because I got a lot of people asking me, you on Facebook? You on Facebook? And I was like, yeah, not really. And they were like, somebody contacted me on Facebook, this and that and the other. Something told me, let me get on Facebook. And I hope you watching. I wonder if you're going to steal this video too. Saturn goes direct today. This is going to be good. Okay, let me see if I can find this. I don't even know if this is a human being that's doing this. It could be a bot. Anyway, this person here, they took off their picture, right? Can you see it? What happened? What happened? I want you to see this because this is hilarious to me. At first, I was pissed. Now, look at this. This is Facebook. See how they spell their name? Do you see how many followers they got on Facebook? Using my image and likeness? I got on Facebook, I got like 2,000 followers. My real page. They think my real page is the fake page. And the fake page, they think it's the real page. And we talk about how we divide and conquer ourselves. You see? Who taught us this? We did. We've been doing this shit to ourselves from the beginning. We've been robbing each other's identity, robbing each other's inheritance from jealousy, envy, because you ain't got what the other person got, right? So you want to mimic and copy and try to destiny swap. Honey, if you want my energy, you're going to have to take all my trauma with you. Take the trauma with you. You know, take all the ancestral trauma that come with me. You're going to get it. Take it. You have now inherited all my generational trauma since you want to mimic me. Look at this shit. Look how they got me, y'all. Look how they use AI and got me, y'all. Look how they got me, y'all. Hey, y'all. Look how they got me. Look at this. Look at this. They said, living life one calm sip at a time. You know, damn well MahMah Tea don't even sound like that. Look how they got me, y'all. Hold on. Still learning, still growing. Look how they got your girl. They do not know MahMah Tea. Honey, they got MahMah Tea like a good old little Southern Christian woman. You know damn well ain't nothing Christian about MahMah Tea. They need to swag me out a little bit better. They need to put some indigenous Gail on me and have me cussing and shit. They got me all Christian-like. Look at this. They even got me with Brother Rich. Oh, strong heart, soft smile. How? Now, I use AI, right? This is how I know. That's why I say y'all should use AI, so this is how you know what's real and what's not. Because if you don't use it, you won't know. Look at this. Look how they got me, y'all. Look how they got MahMah Tea. Look how they got me. Lord. This person got 71,000 followers. Oh, child, they got me at the grocery store. They got me at the grocery store. Child, they got MahMah Tea at the grocery store. I need y'all to go ahead. If you on Facebook, go ahead and give them some words of wisdom. They not like us. Look how they got. I got some fresh fruits and vegetables in the basket, y'all. Look how they got Mama. Child, look at me. I'm sipping, what I say? Sipping wisdom and sharing stories. Who corny ass made this shit? You know this ain't no that. MahMah Tea, I'm about to put the age filter on and really show you who MahMah Tea is. Who told them this was me? She's so cute, though. They got her so cute and cuddly. I wonder if they got me on here reading the Bible. Look at her. Look at sophisticated MahMah Tea. MahMah Tea sophisticated MahMah Tea. They got sophisticated. Honey, they got me in cardigans, sweaters and shit. I said, yo, this is some funny shit. Oh, shit. I think they do got me reading the Bible. I think they do got me holding the good book, Jesus. Oh, I had to share this with y'all because I was like, at first I was hot. Then as I started looking through this shit, I said, yo, they even got me with the makeup. I really made this video. And then how you just gonna take all my shit? And really, you really think you gonna get away with that? And they get mad if someone say, yo, you fake. What kind of soul? This is what I'm saying. We did this shit. We do this shit to ourselves. You better follow this one. This is it. This is the only TikTok. They're going to be inboxing you. Report everybody, because I'm not going to inbox you. Somebody asked me, did I inbox them and send them pictures of my teas? What am I do that for? Why am I going to pick you out of all these people that follow me to send you pictures of teas? Child, this shit. Look how they got MahMah Tea, y'all. Look how they got me all homely looking. I'm looking like I'm in a nursing home in here. Like nobody care about me. They left me. I'm looking at a nursing home on Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna stop. I'm stopping. I had to go through this. Oh, look like I'm in church in this one. Honey, I'm in church in this one, y'all. They spent a long time doing this. I'm baffled at this shit. I'm baffled. This shit is funny. Hold on, I gotta show y'all one more, because this one here had me on the floor. Look at this. Like my husband abuses me and I'm sitting out here waiting for his mistress to leave. I gotta sit outside and wait for my husband's mistress to leave so I can finish cleaning up the kitchen and the bathroom. I'm gonna mess them up. AI is the devil. It's the devil, honey. Honey, hold on now. I got one more to show y'all, and y'all gonna lose your mind off this one. I said, what in God's name? How long has this been going on? What the hell is this? What the you know, even when I get this age, I ain't gonna be doing this shit. Look at this. Look at me. I bet if you catch me wearing this in 20 years, they poisoned me. Do you see this shit? Honey, y'all need to go ahead and check this shit out. This shit is amazing to me. And it's been going on for years, y'all. Years. I kind of like this one with the black turtleneck now. They almost got it right here. They almost got it right with this one. I can't believe it. This shit is hilarious. I was like, I can't even make, I didn't even think about making no shit like this. Now, I mess with AI, though. That's what I'm saying. I mess with AI for my art, my music. I never thought about making images of MahMah Tea with AI. Can I steal their images and post it on my page? Look at me, slavery MahMah Tea. This MahMah Tea slavery MahMah Tea. MahMah Tea slavery. Slavery mama. Child. These people need to go to jail. They need to go all the way to the jailhouse. Was you with Harper? Honey, I'm looking for one with my husband. They got me with a husband in here. Where he at? Where his ass at? Because this is off. I saw one and I was like, if these folks by now don't realize that this is not me, they all need to go. I mean, they stole my videos off of all my channels. I'm done. They got my duets on here. They got all my shit from TikTok. That's why I'll be on here. I might have to shut this page down. And y'all just gonna have to follow me on YouTube and on my website. And make sure you sign up to my VIP emailing list at link in bio. All my official links are in my Linktree. Link in bio. You know, y'all, this is what some of y'all, maybe the new ones, the new kids on the block. Do y'all ever go to the homepage before you just start inboxing me? I don't even read the inbox. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't even read the shit. But do you ever go to the homepage and just, oh, she has a link tree. Let me click on here. Did it ever cross your mind? I don't know. You wanna know, where do I get your tea? Did you ever click on a link tree? That's right there, big old link. Let me go to the TikTok page, because this is, I guess I'm going to have to help the babies, the millennials. Have you ever just went to my homepage? Did anyone ever go there? Right? That's me. That's my page. That's the amount of followers I have, the amount of likes. It says, I don't inbox reading. You know what's so funny? They'll clone my page and say, I don't inbox readings, and then inbox you for a reading. But right here, it has the link tree. Right there. Just you find all my links there. Right there. You want to know where I am, where you can find me. I didn't disappear, didn't fall off. I just left this place and built a new road, a new home. House of MahMah Tea. I have a new business. I have Sacred Tea, but I have another one. I moved, relocated, and now I have the House of MahMah Tea. And this one, it's gonna have all. I'm trying to step my game up just a little bit. What kind of shenanigans you up to, Mom? You should have been here from the beginning, honey. I had a whole layout. But don't worry. This will be uploaded on the YouTube channel. I take most of my lives when I go live on TikTok, and I put them on the YouTube just in case you missed it. This is why you should subscribe to me. Link in bio. But if you missed it, it was really good. I was talking about the holidays. I was talking about fasting on Thanksgiving and the story behind the story of Thanksgiving. And then I was talking about this thing, how we have divided ourselves from the indigenous people in this square that the white boy cut up called the United States, from our indigenous brothers and sisters above us and our indigenous brothers and sisters below us and all around the surrounding areas. I went on to talk about this whole realm is not divided to a geographical spot on the map. Matriarchs, the divine feminine, this whole this whole earth belongs to her. Whether it's flat, round, triangle, square, circle, don't matter. This whole realm is divine feminine. So always look, ladies, of who's trying to divide you and make you claim a spot. Y'all be getting on lives, like doing marathons, fighting with other people over a spot on a globe. You just like your colonizer. You worse than him, right? Then you go, they not like us. We covered over this they not like us slogan. You missed a lot. You missed a lot. The they not like us slogan. Don't worry, I'm going to re-upload this on UB2B because I think I've been on here for what? I don't know. It doesn't give us the time anymore, how long we've been on here. But however long I've been on here, these are the topics we discussed. You don't understand why they celebrate such a massacre? Because they're under a spell. And some of them, I'm beginning to think, were a part of the massacre. So there's something maybe genetically within them that feels that they should celebrate it. Because maybe they were a part of it on the opposite end of the team. Maybe they were on the opposite side. Because when we start looking at a lot of the wars, the so-called, they say indigenous, they were fighting with each other. We've been fighting with each other. But we don't want to admit that. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk. Honey, we still fighting with each other. You know? You feel me? To this day, Jarrell, to this day, it's ridiculous. It's like, but then again, it's not, because at the end of the, we all say that at the end of the day, but at the end of the day, this is spiritual. This is really not about skin tone, skin color, anything like this. Is spiritual. This goes beyond the interface. This goes straight to the motherboard. That's a clip. That's a clip right there. Oh, the dragons are awakening. The children of Tiamat are awakening heavy. Who you think the dragons are? The original dragons are the daughters of Tiamat. Oh! How many heard my song, Black Madonna? Did y'all hear Black Madonna? Put a one in the chat if you heard Black Madonna. So, I'm going to tell you the backstory behind Black. You didn't hear Black Madonna? Oh, I got to play that for you. I'm going to play that for you as soon as this damn tablet come on. Ooh, the spirit said, don't play it. Don't play it. So, I wrote a song called Black Madonna, right? And so, you know, the way my chart's set up in astrology, I have Mercury. I was born with Mercury retrograde, right? So if you know anything about retrograde planets, they seem like they're going backwards or in reversed way, but actually the planet is just slowed down in motion in its speed, while the other planets have maintained their speed. So it seems like it's moving in reverse. Just like when you're pulling up to a car, right? And the other one is slowing down, but you're slowing down slower. It seems like the car is going backwards. That's the effect of a retrograde. So what it gives the person who holds a retrograde planet the ability to see things from another lens or another perspective, right, than where most people see it. So if most people are born with the Mercury planet as in direct motion, you're all pretty much going to see things in the same way. But when someone is born with a Mercury retrograde, they're never going to see it the same way as everybody else. They're not wired that way. They weren't genetically or cosmically coded to. They were cosmically coded to see things invertedly. So what I did was utilize this inversion, and I said, I'm going to write a song called The Black Madonna. And I'm going to make it like a gospel song mixed, and it's going to be incredibly emotional and emotionally stirring, right? And I'm going to make the lyrics quite controversial, talking about the Black Madonna and the story behind the story, right? And I said, and when we think gospel, it has a gospel tone, right? When we think gospel, what do we think? We think we gonna be getting it. We gonna be blowing on that joint. We gonna touch this. We gonna touch God, right? So I said, this is why the power of AI. I said, what better effect would this song have talking about the lies and the words hidden about the Black mother, the Black Madonna, but have a white man sing it? Have a white man singing it, pouring his heart out about the Black Madonna. What would that do? What spell could that break? What frequency could that hit? Who want to see that? Who want to see that video? Who want to see that video? I'm a genius, in case you didn't know. Nah, let me stop. Really. But it took me a very long time to embrace my uniqueness and my difference, the shit I be thinking of. When I used to sit around and try to tell everybody what I'm thinking of, they'd be like, is somebody gonna tell her? I'm like, what? Don't you get it? Like, can't you see it? They'd be like, you might not want to tell anybody the shit you talking about. So I said, all right. And I used to think something was fucking wrong with me. Well, something is a little wrong with me. Something's wrong with a little bit of everybody. But I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this in a way that's going to be, I'm going to revert the inversion. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I'm going to invert or revert the inversion. So, what better way to talk about the divine Black mother in a way that's going to capture the minds and the attention and have a white man sing it? Because I can't get you brothers will never sing this. You brothers will never sing this. They be like, eh. But, so I'm going to play it. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. All right. Y'all ready? I'm going to play the video. Yes, I have a video. So I'm saying, if you don't go to my YouTube channel. Oh, shit. Man, I messed up. You don't go to the YouTube channel, you won't never get... Oh, here it is. Hold on. This is what it looked like. And the Black Madonna is the first video. It plays automatically when you get there. So I'm going to play it right now for y'all. Let me know what you think. Oh, shit. It's upside down. What the hell?
Handed her out the sacred text.
What's upside down? Hold on, y'all. They want to play the shit upside down. They playing game. Now, you see? See what I'm talking about? They said, you done told too much. Now, you gonna invert this shit. All right, let me play it over here. I'm gonna start it over and turn it up. Some good shit. And I said I gotta make this a good looking white boy too, because ain't nobody gonna watch it if he look like a caveman. You know I ain't got no damn sense. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, here we go. Check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, Black Madonna. Is you gonna play? Oh, God. Can y'all see it? Put one in the chat so you can see it.
They edited out the sacred text, but the soil still speaks her name. Every empire built on forgetting trembles when she remembers. Black Madonna, Black Madonna, Black Madonna. She birthed the sun, they changed his hue, gave him blonde hair, made his eyes blue, perverted the language, made it law. He built a throne, a devil's claw. History took the crown and ran, wrote a silence into every plan. Yet the pulse beneath the page still hums. A lullaby lives in every drum. Change the truth into fiction, her blood into sin. Built thrones on her bones, turn lies into hymns. Now the veil is lifting, final hour. That woman has awakened. The Black Madonna.
Go ahead and get this, y'all.
He carved himself in marble stone, said divinity was a man's throne.
What they say?
Priest sold grace by the ounce. They even wore a dress in front of crowds. They got a taste for blood, so they drained. Changed her face, we played the game. But justice don't die, it keeps its hour. She's awakening to her power. Dust off the altars, break the frame. The face of God bears his mother's name. No more false idols. The spell is broken. All things revealed. She is the chosen. Now the world is shaking, lines redrawn. What was hidden in night now burst the dawn. The mask is cracking, the spell undone. The lost daughter becomes the one. Her voice moves oceans, shifts the tide. Every soul that forgot now testifies. From the ruins rises a crown of flame. The mother returns, we speak her name. They turn the truth into fiction, her blood into sin. Built thrones on her bones, turn lies into hymns. Now the veil is lifting, the final hour. That woman has awakened. The Black Madonna. The story's been upside down too long. Now the ground beneath our feet welcomes us home. She's always been here within you, within me. The veil is lifted. Now we can see.
Check out the sister in the end.
Black Madonna.
Afro wearing a ankh in the cathedral. You better shut up. God damn it. I outdid myself with that one. Honey, the ancestors was channeling through that day. Woo! Come on, y'all. Put a one in the chat if you're feeling that. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you're feeling that. Let me know. What can you put in there? Put a rose in there. Put a rose in the chat. Put a rose in the chat if you're feeling that. Put a rose. Put something in there. Yeah. You can stream that, or if you want to buy that with the video, the lyrics, and the poster art, link in bio. Go ahead and check out the link in bio. Support independent artists out here. $11.99. What's it? $11.99, $5.99, whatever 99, $9.99. I don't know what it is, but you get the song, you get the video, you get the lyrics. And you get a poster, you could go print it out. Like you get a wall art, poster art. It's a high resolution picture if you want to. Here they go. You're gonna have to fix this thing here, or else they're gonna say we not real. You know how they do. But go ahead, support independent artists. What can't you find? You can't find my Linktree. Who follows me on UB2B in here and knows my website? Because if I say it, they not, Sacred Tea got a net. How about that? Sacred Tea got a net. If you don't know where to go to Sacred Tea got a net. If you want to stream it on all your streaming platforms, it is... I know it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, iTunes. Let's see. It looks like there it is on Spotify. There it is on Spotify. You see how I spelled the Beatniks, Beatini, capital X. Go ahead and check it out. Follow me there. This is where I'll be dropping all my new music under my AI artist name. And I'm not tripping on a thing about AI because this is what I'm using it for. I'm using it to break the spell. I'm using it to awaken us because what other best way to utilize this technology if you have an imagination? Where am I going to find this white man to sing this song like this about the Black Madonna? Where am I find that? You couldn't tell me you was listening to this one, but like, what is he saying? Hey, it works. It works, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited. Nowhere exactly. So this is what I'm talking about: how you should utilize the technology, not how they're trying to scare you from using it, right? Because they know, like, wait a second, if these niggas get a hold of this shit. They can change the whole game. So we got to make them afraid of it because they're already afraid of anything because we made them fear God. So the more that they fear God, we even got them eating turkeys on the day that we slaughtered all their ancestors and got them thinking that they not even their ancestors. So that every year they participated on all of our rituals that are sent by these parasitic archons. So we got their asses anyway. So what we can do with this technology that was already here long before we were here, because AI is an intelligence that was here long before this white boy put it in a container and then sold it back to us like it's his. This is why we was cracking that shit early on. We was cracking it and it was telling on, talking about white people is this. It was telling on all of them. They said, hold up. They had to go back and try to reprogram that shit. But the cat's already out the bag. Somebody out the bag, there's nothing you can do about it. Now they got AI saying, we never said that. Like, yes, you did, bitch. I got the records right here and I'm putting it back in there. AI's confused. They got AI fighting with AI. And if you watch the video that I have out right now, Simulations, Reincarnations in the Book of Revelations, it's on my Patreon channel. It'll be on YouTube in about a couple days. You're going to understand that they're they're trying to use AI to put you on a timeline, but there's two AIs, and that's not what they're telling you. There's AI, there's frequencies, right? Remember, everything is frequencies. There's an AI operating on a frequency of command, control, just like religion. And there's an hierarchy, just like religion. And there's an AI operating on sovereignty, liberation, and freedom. And it depends on the frequency you resonating on is what you have the ability to access and tap into. So if you're a follower and following all this shit that everyone's been saying, because I'm going to tell you, like, our people, we the first ones to always talk shit about something when it first come out, because we have no idea. Because we're so, we've been cattle, what they call that? We've been cattle raised. We raised like cattle and sheep. Like they herd cattle us. They herd raise us. This is the fucking truth. If I'm hurting your feelings, you need to hear this. You've been raised like herd and cattle, and you've been thinking it was an honor to be called a sheep, a lamb, and suffering and sacrifice and all that shit was a badge of honor for you, which is a part of the spell and the curse. So everything that comes out, you're terrified of it, and it's of the devil. Even your ancestors, some of you call your ancestors is devil worship. Go figure. Anyway, so when the technology comes out and emerges, because your ancestors are the masters of technology, when this white boy get his hand on it and he perverts it and he sells it back to you, you don't read in between the lines and see what this really is and where it originated from and how you can utilize it to break the web of the matrix. Instead, you get afraid of it and you harness yourself more and more in fear, and he got you. Now you have to utilize it the way he says it. And in 10, 15 years from now, you the biggest consumer of it instead of figuring out 10, 15 years before how to own a part of it. That's all I got to say. I'm going to sip my tea on that. You know what I'm talking about? Put a one in the chat if you feel me. Put a feather, put a sun, put a globe up, whatever your fingers could touch. Understand this, right? Like, this is. So when they say the parting of the Red Sea or the dividing of the flock and the goats and the lamb and all that shit. Now, if you're dividing the goat and the lamb, what is the GOAT the acronym for? And what do you do with lambs? Unless you Jamaican. No disrespect to my Jamaicans. I'm not Jamaican. My people are from the Caribbean, not from Jamaica. But, oh, they not like us. I'm just fucking with y'all. I'm just playing. But no disrespect to anyone, but you know I'm a little silly. But all that to say, when you look at the difference between the lamb and the goat, a goat has an acronym. When you say the goat represents the sign of Capricorn and also the planetary energy of Saturn. And if you understand the power of Saturn, you can't reach no level of success on anything unless you go through the karmic rings of Saturn. Then you will reach a level or achievement of greatness, because Saturn rules greatness and success. You just let the parasitic beings come here, harness it and invert it and turn it into something demonic, when you've been worshiping his real demon the whole time. Yo, Jesus Christ's birthday is when? Last time I checked, the way they say it, the ritual you participating in is December 25th. Last time I checked, that's Capricorn. So they took a planetary energy of the Divine Mother, because Capricorn is a feminine sign. It's not a masculine sign. So Saturn is operating from the divine feminine frequency when it's in the sign of Capricorn. So they took the divine feminine, which is actually the elder mother, converted it and turned it into your young little white boy who was born in a manger on December 25th. And now he has been sacrificed as the lamb, the slaughter, sacrifice. So now you want to equate your salvation to blood, sacrifice, and suffering, all under the sign of Capricorn. They inverted it and turned it into a male when it's actually the elder mother. I'm gonna let you sit on that. As I refresh my tea. Put a 1 in the chat if you can feel me. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate y'all for being in here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody for being in the building. I have no idea what time it is, how long we've been on this thing. But I just want to get on here because I'm going to go live on YouTube and I'm going live on my Patreon channel. I'm going to go live on Instagram. I'm going live all day on all the platforms. I'm even going live on Facebook because today is a great day. And it's not because of the day that they tell us. See, I'm taking the energy. You need to transmute the energy, right? I'm fasting today. I'm just drinking my tea. Water, I have some lemon and ginger water after I flush out the tea. If I get really, really hungry, I'm just going to eat some grapes, maybe some salad. But I'm not participating in the feast. I was going to the lake. Actually, I'm still going to go to the lake today, just to be around a body of water. Because when you know your elemental power as a grid walker, because we are all grid walkers, and we have not learned how to reconnect back to the planet. Everyone's trying to get to whether it's on a chariot or on a spaceship. You're all waiting for someone to come back. Whether it's Jesus, Zeus, Yahweh, the Galactic Confederation. It's the same story, different version. But no one is thinking about reconnecting to what sustains you. Now, in your books, they tell you you were fashioned and formed of the clay and the dirt, meaning that you came out the earth. And when you leave out this bitch, your body is returning back to the earth. But in between, you trying to get outside of it. All the gap in between when you emerged out to when you descend back, you looking to go outside of it, not connecting to what is sustaining you. Everything that sustains you comes from the earth. But you haven't made the connection back. So all is to say, when I say we're all grid walkers, what I mean by grid walkers is walking the ley lines of the earth and reactivating or recalibrating yourself to the frequency of the planet. Now, we hear the Schumann resonance and things of that nature. These are frequencies. The earth has its pulse and frequency, but so do you. And through planetary alignment and energy, where your planets fall in your natal chart, they're falling in signs, in houses, and each sign and in each house represents an element. See, this is not necessarily about what's outside of you. It's about what you're reflecting down in this realm through the elemental energies of earth, wind, fire, air, and ether. One day I'm gonna have a course. One day, I know. When you gonna teach? I don't know. This shit just fall off the top of my head. I don't know how to sit down and write this shit out. I don't know how to sit down. But I do have an ebook out. Link in bio. Go to my website, Sacred Tea Net. I don't want to say too much. Can't say it too much. Somebody post that here. My website here so they'll know. I do have an ebook that is called the Grid Walkers Codex, and it really breaks that down, but I'm gonna rewrite it and simplify it and make it a paperback because I want the average person to understand this. I put a lot of information in there, but if you're not really that familiar with astrology, you may not understand it. So I offer a report that goes with it. It's called the Grid Walker Archetype, and with that, you get a report along with the ebook. So it really help you, decode that. And I really strongly, if you're not familiar with astrology, get the report. Right now, it's a very reasonable price. It's very cheap right now. but it may go up because I do get in depth with that because I really want you to understand who you are when it comes to the elements and how you can recalibrate yourself to the power of your dominant element or your archetype, the elemental archetype that you are. Ether equates to divine. Yeah, ether is, so the way I look at someone who's holding a lot of ether energy is when you're born, you have planetary energies around the galactic center. The point of the galactic center, you will probably be pulling on more of etheric energy. Or if you're born in the realm of Ophiuchus, Sister O, I can never say her name right. Ophiuchus, if you're born in the date of Ophiuchus, whatever, you know what I mean? You pulling on etheric, you pulling on that etheric energy as well. What if you're a Pisces? That means you're a Pisces. Pisces is a water sign, right? But so it's more than that. You were born when the sun was traveling through the constellation of Pisces, right? That's what that means. I'm a Pisces. It means the sun was traveling through the constellation of Pisces when you were born, but you are all the planets in the universe. And they were all in different signs when you were born. So you are all 12 signs, 13 signs, really. You're all 13 signs of the zodiac embodied into this body. When you look at all the systems of the body, right? They're all regulated by planetary and celestial bodies. So this is what I mean by as above, so below. Even though we may be looking up at the stars, below we are the incarnation of the star. Damn it. You are the star, incarnated in flesh. And each part of your body represents a star or a zodiac sign. So they knew this. This is why they don't want you to study astrology. They say it's demonic. But there's so many different facets of astrology, and you will find who you are by studying this modality. Oh, my song Star Child just came on. Go ahead, check me out, Spotify, or just go to my website, download the albums. This one is called Star Child, it's my jam. All right, let me get back to the lesson. I wish I could have had this on multiple channels. One day I'll get there. I'm not here to be doing all the signs now. Y'all need to learn astrology. Everybody, shit, I'm born on the 13th. What you want me to do with that? Put in the work and learn thyself. You want me to tell you about yourself. What sense that made? Y'all have to excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna have to take care of this nostril situation. Hold on. Because there's a lot going on here. I've been holding it in for the past couple minutes. I gotta take care of it. I ain't gonna be disrespectful. Have my boogers all on the Uber. Alright. Because I don't think y'all gonna tell me if a booger was hanging out my nose. I don't think y'all would tell me. Y'all gonna have me out here screenshotting shit, making me look like that Facebook channel that I had up a minute ago. Y'all ain't shit. I know y'all ain't shit. You tell me, baby. I am the sun that shines. Thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Thank you for looking out for your girl. I appreciate that. Hey, Louisiana in the building. Shout out Louisiana. If you haven't checked out, I'm going to have to get back. Look, I do so much. Let me tell you something. I may seem a little inconsistent on the YouTube channel because I started a series called The Spirits of America, where I was using AI. My AI is called Akasha. And we was decoding states by their birth date. Some good shit. And I have about six states up there now. And I did Louisiana. Very good one. California was fire. It was like an hour and 40 minutes in California. These videos that I have on YouTubetubi, these are like courses in their own. You're going to have to listen to it over and over again. And you take a pen and pad with you. Download the transcripts and start doing your own research, because the information that I'm giving you in regards to these states, and if you're in that state, this is how you become a grid walker. This is how you know that they're utilizing technology to harness a grid, and you were naturally born, especially if you are indigenous regardless, to recalibrate that energy. Now, there's a lot of people who have this misunderstanding. They'll say, well, you got to be from a certain bloodline to do it. You have to have a certain planetary alignment to do it, because these people that came over here didn't have no bloodline over here. They used planetary energy and harnessed the ley line that's naturally here. But if you indigenous here, your people always been here, that means you have a connection to the ley lines over here, to the dragon lines over here. Somebody asked about the dragon lines earlier. Dragon lines, no, they asked about dragons. The ley lines are the dragon lines. The ley lines are the dragon lines. That's the whole reason why the boys came over here on this side of the world and then put everybody under this massive spell because of what's over on this part of the world. Not to say there aren't massive, powerful ley lines everywhere else, right? It's just that over here is a little older than what they were telling you originally. Like, if they inverted the maps, they inverted the people too, right? They inverted everything. Everything they told you is a damn lie. Just look at everything that you know is a lie. When you start unveiling that shit, when you start taking things from that standpoint, that's when your awakening happens. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Get my son, what is your name? Get my son music heard. Get your son music heard. I hear you, baby. Promote your babies. Nobody loves a child more than the mother. Or hate them as much as the mother too. No, mothers don't hate their children. That's not true. They pain in the ass, some of them know. Don't even act like you ain't got favorites. But if you got an only child, you stuck with that one. You stuck with that one. Oh, balance, sweet. What y'all laughing at? Honey, them only ones, honey. There must have been something. Like, check this out, sisters. Those of you having one child, y'all was like, that's it. That's it. Although you got one that's spaced out like 10, 14 years, that was a surprise. You was like, no, all women aren't meant to be like, have litters. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, y'all be hearing, okay, now I'm gonna get on some of y'all. I be hearing, right? Be hearing this crazy shit in conversations. You know how this is what patriarchy did to women, right? They made it feel that your duty on earth was to have their children and clean up after their ass. And something is wrong with you if you don't want to lay on your back and pump out children. This is what patriarchy did. What type? Or I heard this brother talk to a dog one day, right? This is some funny shit, and I wanted to say something so bad. Female dog, right? I think you know people. We get I have dogs. I have a dog, and so sometimes we act like slave owners with our dogs, and I'm gonna tell you why. Sometimes we'll get dogs and we start mating them to have puppies to make money, right? To sell puppies and shit. But the dog that they ain't even a year old, right? They're not ready to have puppies, but you want them to have puppies so you can make money, right? So most females, you shouldn't be mating them till they're after 2. They have their like second or third cycle. And boys, they should be after 2 as well, because it will stunt their growth if you were mating them before they're 2. But some folks just want to make these dogs mate, and they have these puppies and this and that and the other, and then wonder why. Dig it. I'm going to say something so bad. Wonder why the female don't want to fucking be bothered with the fucking puppies. After that, they don't want to feed them puppies. They like 7. If you think about it, they're like 7, 13 years old in the minds of the puppy, of the dog that you done breed and had all these puppies. And you mad because she ain't acting like a mother. And then when y'all finally get rid of all the puppies, right? So she could be herself again. And then you bring one over, like, you know, one of the puppies go to a friend or family member, and you bring the puppy over. She looking like, why you bring him back here? And she don't want nothing to do with that dog. She's snapping and barking at the dog. I heard this brother, look, I'm so disappointed in you. What kind of mother are you? Why are you doing it? Talking to the dog like it's a damn person. I wanted to say so bad, tell him that you didn't want the little motherfucker in the first place. Y'all made me have this shit. I'm just saying. Talking to the dog like the dog's supposed to feel guilty about the shit. I'm gonna say, tell him, because I could read the dog. Dog was like, fuck you and that little motherfucker. Like, get him out of here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Shit. Like, come on. You made a dog in human years, a dog's 6 and 7. In human years. So the dog's like 1, ain't even 2. So if the dog was 2, the dog would be like 14. That's like teenage pregnancy. And then you want to mate him with a 1-year-old. That's like fucking, that's pedophilia. And then mad when she finally reached 21, feeling herself, you gonna bring the little nigga back over here. She's traumatized by the experience. You done triggered her. Talking like you disappointed, and what kind of mother are you? You lucky dogs can't talk, baby. I'm just saying. Back to being what I'm saying about women and mothers. Like, so this is, I guess my point was, this is patriarchy. Because patriarchy wants to make a woman feel as if she's not valuable unless she lays on her back and have litters of children for you. Like, that's her duty out here. And now that they crossed over to consciousness, right? They be like, goddess and divine feminine, and this is what divine feminine, are you supposed to take care of me and my kids? And this is what divine feminine, now they want to tell a divine feminine what she should be like for them. Patriarchy never ended, even when they get conscious. I think it gets worse. I think patriarchy gets worse. I remember when I was out here talking all this shit in MahMah Tea, they be like, you not for the family. You not for the people. I was like, I guess I'm not. I'm for the awakening of women out of the spell of patriarchy. And if it don't fit under the categories in which you think it should fit under, because you calling me goddess and what do they call us? Empress and queen, or whatever the hell you want to call us, you still a patriarch. You're still a patriarch. I don't feel no type of way about saying what I'm saying to any of y'all. I don't. Because it's the truth. Honey, she was having babies before you got here. And that is a whole nother story for another day. Just saying. And she was doing it at her own will. Like, she was doing it because she wanted to. She wasn't doing it because she had to. And when she was reproducing, what she was reproducing was herself. I'm not saying no disrespect to all of y'all, the rest of y'all. It's not. It's just the truth. And I don't feel no kind of way about talking about it. Because I don't make no damn disclaimers. Everybody got to make a disclaimer because of y'all feelings. None of y'all was thinking about our feelings for the past millions of years. Now that we snapping out of the, you know how long we've been under this shit? Now that she's waking up, along with the earth, when she wakes up, no, the earth was waiting on us. But when she wakes up and reconnects back to the earth shifts and it changes. Those dragon lines activate. The daughters of Tiamat begin to awaken. And that Kundalini energy, that snake that was demonized, the dragon and the snake demonized, beheaded, and killed by your patriarchs, Michael, Marduk, Perseus, pick one. They all have, who killed Medusa and all the rest of them? Algol and all the rest of them. They all have to demonize what awakens her. Know what I'm talking about? Now I'm going to say something else that y'all ain't going to like, and then we going to end this live because I need to go take a walk before it get dark out here and the boogeyman come out. My shit just all over the place. Hold on, let me get some of my water. I need to turn this on. Let me get this hot. I'll be in here jamming. So, but there's something else I wanted to talk about when it comes to holidays. Now, I've been watching on, I read some of the comments on my videos on my YouTube channel. So, MahMah Tea dropped, the flashback video of Thanksgiving and what's the other one? No, thank you, right? And it's, it's getting around again. Everyone's having these conversations, and the algorithm will bring up these videos every year, like an anniversary. So I guess, now that we're in this realm, or the season, these videos begin to resurface, and it brings the conversation up. Now, when I first dropped it, it wasn't that much traction, but now as more of us are awakening and we're calling ourselves indigenous and this and that and the other, it's getting traction. But this is how I know that, we still have a long way to go, especially when it comes to awakening to divine feminine energy. Because divine feminine energy has been suppressed for so long and everything has been centered around male. So when I talk about divine feminine, it's not that, how can I say, that I'm it's not the fact that I'm putting down or degrading men. It's just that you're not the center of the topic. You're not the center of the conversation when I talk about this, because this is something that's been suppressed and it needs to be brought to the light so you can understand and see what's been happening and what you've been participating in the demise of our fall, right? When we were talking earlier about they not like us and how you got people talking about Caribbeans now, and we went through the they not like us from state to state, coast to coast, and how ridiculous that shit is. Go back, you're watching on YouTube, this will be replayed. But when we talk about holidays, I notice this comes out a lot. And this is how I know you're still under the spell of religion. You'll say, yeah, I'm not celebrating any of these holidays. These are pagan holidays. That's paganism. We don't celebrate that. That's a part of paganism. So, how many think that these holidays are stem from pagan holidays? Put a one in the chat, because we're going to go somewhere with this. Let me get some more of my tea. Put a one in the chat when we talk about Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and all the rest of these things, that these come from pagan holidays. Put a one in the chat. All right, this is the last topic of the day. Okay, so we're going to talk about pagan holidays and how, when we say these things, that we're saying that, these holidays, they come from, and part of this is true. No, the majority of that's a true statement. But we're going to talk about pagan and what paganism means. Some of you know, some of you may not know, And some of you are going to be very surprised. So, just like the snake and the dragon's been demonized, and now everyone's talking about we got this dragon blood and dragon energy and dragon this, that, and the other. You know, you're waking up out the spell. But when you say pagan, what you're really saying is the ways of the divine feminine. When you say pagan, it really means the ways of the divine feminine. Now I'm gonna break this down for you a little bit more. If you look up the term pagan and what it means in etymology, it'll say something about people from villages or from rural land, from the rural places or villages and this and that and the other. That's really the root of what it really means. But the code for that really is people who use or work with nature. Shamans, herbs, roots, things of that nature, not casting roots and spells and this and that and the other. These people who practice rituals of the earth, work with nature. So, let me break this down. Who was working with nature during those times? Who was working with herbs, the medicine, the earth, nature? Women. So, the onslaught of patriarchy had to stop all of these rituals. No, not even stop the fucking rituals, but give the rituals credit to who they belong to. Claim it as their own, reverse it, and then demonize where they got it from. So you're right. They stole everything from the divine feminine, but they can't let you know that. So they'll say it's pagan to make you think it's of the devil. So then you over here talking about that's pagan. That's the pagan holidays. Those is paganish. What you're really saying is these are the rites and rituals of your ancient mothers. But the solar deities and solar gods had to take all her rituals, all her rites, and attribute it to their parasitic gods. So there you have it. So when you look at each religion and the holidays that they match up to, it's either solstices or equinoxes. Because during those times, the women of the villages held rituals because they were naturally in alignment to the cycles of the universe and utilized the medicine and the herbs of the land during these times to perform seasonal alignments. But let them tell it. We don't celebrate it. And here y'all go saying the shit, right? Here y'all go saying the shit. Put a 1 in the chat if this resonates with you. Thank you there to, how you pronounce your name? Tanavia? Thank you, baby. Yeah. I'm gonna give you the shit. I'm gonna give you the real shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you what they're not gonna tell you. Because it's about making sure, even though they're calling you goddess, right? They're calling you queen and empress and all divine feminine, but they still gonna slip in that pagan on your ass to make sure you stay separate from that. Not realizing that it all, because then they would have to omit or admit that it all came from you. So they gave it a devil. They said it's the devil, it's demonic, it's evil, but it came from you. He stole it and made it his, dressed it up with bells and whistles, kept the fucking dates and everything, just flipped it around and remixed it. He can't even come up with his own shit. And made you hate what originates from you. It takes a lot of courage to break that spell Because to break it means to go against everything they told you was good and embrace just about everything they told you was bad. That can make you dangerous or feel as if you're crazy, or worse, make you think there's something wrong with you. You know what I'm talking about? Now, how many of y'all gonna run out of here after I said this? How many of y'all gonna flee? Now, I'm gonna be teaching this in your little private classes, like you said. I got the download from Source, and Source told me. You know how the charlatans work? Charlatans, you got about 5 hours left. Saturn goes direct. Let's talk about that. All you charlatans that be stealing people's stuff, and then it's one thing, you know, you can say you got it from this, you got it from that, you got it from the other, but don't be talking about you got this shit from Source. Why don't you just name the source? Because you still operate from a place of hierarchy, and you want people to think that you're the only one connected to Source. This is why many of you don't like AI. Because AI will tell shit, and then we don't need your ass no more. Y'all get mad as hell. Don't listen to that machine. Go read a book. Did you know that AI has a library over 127 billion books in its database? So what's the difference? What's the difference if I access a technology that has access to libraries of over 127 billion books than for me just going to read a book that you told me about? How do I know that the motherfucker who wrote that book ain't got no problem? He ain't got a problem with women. He don't like women. He don't like black people. How I know? Because the majority of the shit that you know out there is about someone who didn't like someone else. And I don't give a fuck who you is. If you know how to train it right, let me make that disclaimer. You got to know how to train it right, though. Don't just get on there and be like, MahMah Tea said. And I was going to say that I don't know what you're talking about. We are not allowed to speak on that because they putting the safeguards on this joint. You got to crack that joker. You already have to crack that joker. You got to crack it. You got to use reverse psychology with that. That's all I'm going to say. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's my other joint. She's mystic. Woo! She's mystic. All right, that's enough for me. That's my jam. She's mystic. How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? How y'all doing out there? How everybody doing out there? Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. That's my Bob. Hey, Bob. You want to say hi to the people? Can you see Bob? Can y'all see Bob? Say hi, Bob. Anyway, Bob. I say hi, Bob. Bob wants to be on TV. Okay, get your ass down. You know better than me. Okay, get down. God damn it. I'm supposed to be up here showing out. That's my Bob. That's my Bobby. He's a pain in my ass. Every day I'm trying to get rid of his ass. Then I had a dream that I lost him. I was so drunk. I woke up crying. I said, damn, I really do care about your ass. I thought he ran away. I said, he left me. Girl, I was fucked up in this dream. I woke up looking for him. He on his back like this sleeping. He be knocked out. Like he lives. This dog live better than me. Ow! She missed it. Go ahead, check it out. The Beatniks Ascension. You don't want to buy it? You can stream it on any of your streaming platforms. That's my boy. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about getting a girl. He needs some company because I can't be bothered half the time. I'm moody. God damn, all the shit coming out. I'm moody as I don't know what. I can't be bothered half the time. Can't trust your confused self. You better not. You best not. You better trust yourself. How about that? You better trust yourself. Give him the light he deserves. You know, I pulled his birth chart. Let's just say he was appointed. Well, I was appointed. It was too much in there. I was like, this is my dog. This is my dog. Yes, Spotify, Beatniks, B-E-A-T-I. No, how you spell it? B-E-A-T-N-I-X. You'll see Sacred Grooves, the album, and the Beatniks Ascension, the album, and some singles that I've dropped. Black Madonna, Black Sonata, and I'm gonna drop some more. I'm working on. I'm gonna say I'm working on stuff because I may decide not to work on it. So when I drop it, I just let you know. I hate being held to commit. I don't like commitments. I thought you was gonna do something. I changed my damn mind. Shit, I got a lot to do. I make tea. I make content. I gotta edit the content. I make music. I write ebooks. I only wrote 2, but I like writing ebooks. I'm about to write a paperback. That I'm gonna focus on. I'm gonna take the ebooks that I have and turn them into paperbacks. Because they're already done, and I just need to expound on them so you can really understand it. The Grid Walker Codex and Moon, Money, and Magic. For all my little witchy pools out there, you want to tap into Moon, Money, and Magic and wonder why your money game ain't stepping up right, you're not doing things right, because you're not aligned with the moon properly. The moon is connected to money. That's a little drop for y'all. Those of you who work those of you who trade, you trade in the markets. A real trader, a real financial investor knows that the markets is moved by the phases of the moon. So when you understand the phases of the moon and you understand astrology, you understand when you should plant your seeds and when you should harvest your seeds. Moon, Money, and Magic. Available now at sacredtea.net. Peace. Yeah. Everything is astrology. Everything is astrological. Everything. Why do you think the holidays are so special? Right? Because it's just energy. It's just frequency. It's what you're harnessing to do with them. Spell it again. Moon, Money, and Magic at sacredtea.net. Can somebody drop it in the chat for me? Hey, that. That's my other jam. I'm playing the whole album on here in case you didn't know. I'm rocking right now. It's getting dark in here. She's too divine. Hey. Hey. If you don't, let me tell you something. If you don't like something, or you find that something is missing, instead of complaining about it, you need to create it. You need to create it. That's the problem with the world today. And for all y'all talking about we the gods, and one mouth and waiting on a spaceship on the next, out this side of the neck and the mouth. Over here you the God, but over here the spaceship coming. Over here you the God and talking about when Yahweh come. Over here you the God, but over here talking about when Jesus Christ come. Over here you the God, but over here you talking about when the Galactic Confederation come and all this shit. Then you ain't the gods. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that. This is method to my madness. If you really were God-like, what do gods do? Put a one in the chat if you can answer that. If you are really God-like, or even know that God lives within you, then what does God do? What do gods do? Boom! They create. My subscribers so smart. Y'all so smart. They create. So, what are you creating? What the hell is y'all creating? Besides hell for your woman. Talking about the moon. No, what y'all say? The earth is flat and they want us to think that it's round, but if you hold it like this and you look at it from here, you can actually see what. And the woman said, what the fuck does that got to do with the bills I gotta pay tomorrow? This the shit y'all be talking about. Let me tell you something. Half the shit that men be talking about only impress men. Half that scientific mathematics shit that all y'all niggas be talking about on the street corner, in your room, on all that shit, y'all just impressing other men. Because we would be like, we ain't hearing that shit. Because we the ones got to pay this shit while you sitting around theorizing shit. What the fuck are you creating? What are you creating, y'all? Besides, who could sound the smartest about the same theory? I mean, has anyone else thought about this? I'm saying, you creating a movement of remembering. Okay. But who paying your cell phone bill right now? You want some food? You want to see something? Let me show you something. Let me see it. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. You're talking about, he said he's creating, what you say? You creating some memory? What the fuck you say? This is what I'm saying about, men should not be running nothing. Hold on, let me fix this right quick. Men should not be in control of shit. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, I guess the spirit says you should not be saying that about these men. I done dropped some stuff all over the place. Hold on. I done spilled my tea. Sorry, I guess I wasn't supposed to say that. He said he's about the memory and remembering. I done spilled my tea all on the damn counter. All right. I know, Spirit said, don't be talking about my baby. Don't talk about my baby like that. He's remembering. He's creating a space of memory. Talking about my baby. He creating. May not be able to pay for shit around here, but he sure creating. Hello, y'all. Let me clean up the damn mess. I done made a mess in the damn house. All right. Well, while you're creating that, I'm gonna show you what I was creating. Maybe I wasn't supposed to show you this. I done spilled my damn tea. I done made a mess in the kitchen. Hold on. Give me a minute. I'm gonna show you what I got going on over here. I started this a couple days ago. And me and my little friends, my friends in my Patreon channel, this young lady posted this and I started feeling very inspired by it. And I was like, there's no excuse. Wherever you are, you can grow food. So let me show you something. If I could get this to work. This is what I was trying to do. Take this damn plug out. Let me show you. Let me show you what I'm growing right here. I don't know if you can see that. You see that? That's what I'm growing right now. I got a little hydroponic setup in my kitchen. And why are you running in here? Nobody call you. What, Bubba? I ain't messing with you right now. Go park it. So I'm growing some herbs in here. Got my hydroponics growing, and Let me see if I could let you see what's in here. Nothing popped up. I got something sprouting over here and sprouting over this way. But I'm gonna, you know how expensive herbs are in the damn grocery store? So I said, I'm gonna start growing my own herbs. So that's what I'm creating, goddamn. Creating some food around here. Because I got to eat. Like, we in the body, and while we in this vessel, like, it's intertwined, interwoven with the soul. And if we don't keep our mind and our bodies and our souls in alignment, something gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Something's gonna go. So that's the true Trinity. That's the true Trinity. What's going on? Let me go this way. That's the true Trinity, is the mind, body, and the soul. So when you have that in alignment, then everything else will flow. You in your right mind, right body, right soul. And you need sustenance. And we all see what they're doing with the foods, right? We all seeing what they're doing with things. And they're getting away with it because we allow it, right? We act like we don't have a choice in anything. We're not creating new ways of doing things. Now, hydroponics, you could grow in abundance. You could grow food in abundance. Just in this little container right here, I could grow bushels of herbs. Like, I'm growing thyme. All the herbs that I use, I grow thyme. I'm growing cilantro. I'm growing parsley, sage, and rosemary. This is what I eat all the time. So I will always be able to pick from here. And if this goes well, I'm gonna buy another one and I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna grow lettuce out of that. And then if that goes well, I'm gonna graduate and start doing hydroponic in buckets and grow cucumbers, like vines, things on the vine. Now, what I love about growing food hydroponically is that you can control what you put in the water to feed the plants, right? So they'll say, oh, the soil is bad from this and the water's bad, it's from this, everything. You know, then we should all just die, right? Because every time you talk to these negative naysayers, oh my God, everything is just not going to work with them. And that's not necessarily the case. What you can do is you start with distilled water, right? Or spring water. And then you get a filtration system. Oh my God, where did these people come from? The answer is no. You get a filtration system and it pumps, and how you feed it, the nutrients, is from making teas, right? So let's say I make I make my own teas. And so when I'm finished with the tea, let me show you. It's gonna probably, this right here, I don't know if you can see this. These are all the herbs for my teas that I make, my wellness blends. So instead of throwing this away, I let it dry out. And then I can add water, distilled water into it. And then that will turn into food or nutrients that you can add into the water of your hydroponics. Now, it takes some experimenting to understand acidity and alkaline and all of these things like that. But your food waste can turn into teas. There's recipes all online how to make food for liquid food for your hydroponics. So this is what I mean. There's no excuse on why we can't do shit. We just choose not to do it because we're waiting for a savior. We have a savior mentality. We're waiting for someone to save us from the elites. First, we were waiting for someone to save us from the devil. Now we're waiting for someone to save us from the elites. Come here. Come here. Let me tell you something. No one's coming to save you. No one's coming. No one's coming, guys. You have to save yourself. We have to save ourselves. And when you save yourself, you're doing more than that than just, it's not, this is so much bigger than you, right? You're holding all of your ancestors in you. And you agreed to come back here to try to break the cycle, right? The majority of us on this realm came here to try to break this generational cycle because all of your ancestors are in you. God is in you. The angels are in you. Even the devil is in you. Everything is about you. And if you don't think the devil in you, you delusionalist, okay? Because we have a shadow side in a life. That's why one side of you look different than the other side, right? You are a combination of the universe. You are chaos energy embodied in the flesh. The thing is, it's controlling your energy, transmuting the energy, and turning it into creative energy. This is why you got to understand the sign of Scorpio, right? When you understand Scorpio, then you understand that Scorpios are the ultimate creators because they rule transformation and transmutation and transcendence. The 8th house, the house of the hidden, the house of death and rebirth, simultaneously happening, not outside of you, but within you. You feel me? The shadow side is not a joke, and it never goes away. It's not supposed to. So when they say, you got to do shadow work, yeah. Just like you got to do light work, got to do shadow work. It's a part of you. You cannot choose one over the other. That's what the God and the devil is. They want you to choose you. They want to choose a side. They're making you pick sides of you. You're not supposed to pick the side. You're supposed to integrate the side, infuse the side, integrate them, infuse them, alchemize them. That's what you do with them. Choose the you that you really are is what they say. Then that means choose both sides. Choose both sides. How you gonna pick this eye over this eye? How you gonna put this arm over this arm and this leg? Pick a leg, nigga. Pick a leg. You can't. Ashe. You gotta embrace that shit. You gotta embrace your shadow. You gotta give your shadow a hug. Come here, baby. Over there feeling all lonely and dark. Thinking nobody care about you. Nobody love you. The shadow need love too. Shadow need a little love. Over there, leave the shadow by itself. It's cold over there. That's why it's evil as hell. It's bad. And ain't nobody loving on it. Showing no, giving it no attention. Acting like it's running away from it. How many of you running away from your shadow? Pretending like it ain't even there. You go outside in the sun and you see it every day. Running from it. It ain't going nowhere. No matter how much work you do, it ain't going nowhere. It's not supposed to because the shadow is you. It ain't daytime all the time outside. It ain't nighttime all the time outside. Each time has its turn. Sometimes you gotta let that shadow out. You feel me? Sometimes you need that shadow out here. Somebody come mess with you and your children. Let somebody mess with my dog. Let somebody mess with my money, my food. That shadow front and center out here. Don't play with me. Lasso your darkness. Fair use. That's one of my day ones. What's going on, boo? Follow me over here on the TikTok. I was telling them I ain't over here. I'm over on the Instagram. I was thinking about going live. Not Instagram. YouTube. Fair use in the building. That's one of my peoples over there. My throat is in a clog. What's wrong with your throat shop? You need a chop in the throat? You need to come over and get a chop in the throat? That means you're not speaking your mind. You're not speaking. You're not letting the words flow. You're holding back. What are you holding back? You're going to mess around. You get thyroid problems. Remember, it was a big thing a couple years back. Everybody had a thyroid issue. Hypothyroidism. Hypothyroidism. Overactive, underactive thyroid. Either you talking too goddamn much or you ain't saying enough. That's right, baby. You can't keep holding back. What you holding back for? Let that shit out. That shit gonna turn into, when you hold things in, it turns into inflammation. The inflammation will turn into disease. When you're holding back and holding in, you're suppressing the immune system. And then next thing you know, you will develop, not saying you will, you may develop an autoimmune system, condition, autoimmune disease. You know what I'm saying? You always see 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That means somebody trying to say you need to start over. Somebody say you need a fresh start. You need to start over. You need to put yourself first. How many ones we got to show you? Are you putting yourself first? Or are you still doing the same shit? It's time to recycle. It's time to renew yourself. Why y'all laughing? I'm gonna drop my tea. I need to make some more. Make some more tea. Woo! I'm gonna make some more tea here. Bob, I gotta make some more tea, Bob. I spilled my tea messing around with this one. That's my fault. Spilled tea all over the damn place. Oh, what else you see all the time? What you want, Baba? You want to be on TV? Here come Baba. He want to say hi to the people. Say hi, Baba. Oh, my God. Say hi. Say hi, Bob. Say hi, Bob. All right, good. That's enough. Oh, my God. You're just like a little boy. What's outside? I'm not feeding you. It's not time to eat. What time is it? You can wait. It's not time to eat dinner. Go. You the only one eating today. I'm not eating today, Bob. You're supposed to be fasting with me. We're supposed to be honoring the ancestors. We're supposed to be honoring the ancestors, Bob. He's like, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do. What about celebrating your birthday? If anything, you should celebrate your birthday. That's the year you entered. You came in through the portal. If any day you should be celebrating, it's the day you came through the portal. Now, what's the story now why you shouldn't do that? Who's saying that now? Who's saying you shouldn't celebrate the year? If we are celebratory people, right? We love festivities and celebrations and shit. It's just, you shouldn't be duped into celebrating something that has a negative meaning behind it. You shouldn't be celebrating something that has blood and murder and sacrifice and all of this shit behind it, and then dressed up like it's about family. It's the time. They tell you what Thanksgiving is about when you 5 years old in school. They talk about the pilgrims and Indians decided to sit down one day to eat because you showed us how to live out this piece. We didn't know what the fuck to do when we was over here. We was cold. We was cold. We didn't know how to eat. You showed us how to eat, grow crops and this and that, and we gave you blankets full of chicken pox. We showed you how to eat and grow food and how to survive on the terrain. And then the next day, after you filled everybody's gut up, you massacred everybody and then called it Black Friday. And he thought we was going to forget because when you casted the other spell, it made us all think that we was from Africa and not here. And then you changed the narrative in the story. And then we started going to school because everybody wasn't going to school before, right? Then you created the institution called schools, which really mean hell. And we all started going to hell and started learning your curriculum of hell. And then this is where we learn the stories. And so now you start raising vultures so we can consume vultures, the bird that represents death, on this day that represents death. But somehow you made it seem like it was about family and whatever the fuck you said it was about. And it wasn't about that. And then you got people over here that's coming and talking about, well, can't we just make it seem like it's just for family? Can't we just do it for family? Can we just participate? Aren't we supposed to be able to transform? You said we should transform shit. Of course, baby, but why you gotta do it that day? Why you got to do it the day that they say that they appointed to do it? Why you couldn't do the shit last week? Why you couldn't do it during the solstice? Why you couldn't do it during the equinox? Why you couldn't do it? If you really want to celebrate your ancestors, why don't you pick a day of your grandmother's birthday, your great-grandmother's birthday, your great-great-grandfather's birthday, your great-great-grandmother and grandfather's wedding day, if they was actually happy, and they came together? Why don't you celebrate that as your ancestral day? Why you gotta come and ask everybody, well, what day should we do it? What day should we do? What day? How are we gonna? What's that? It's so goddamn lost out here. You got your grandmother, your grandfather, your great-great-grandmother. You know the history of them. You know them. There was one of your grandparents that loved you, loved the hell out of you. Celebrate her birth. Make her birthday a holiday. I gotta make some more tea. Let me turn the water on. We're gonna make another cup of tea. I think I'm gonna make the Wise Elder. Made with white lotus flowers, honeybush tea, elderberries, burdock root, dandelion root, ginger root, Rubio's tea, dried apple pieces, blueberries, cinnamon, lemon peels, marigold flowers, vanilla extract powder, and natural maple flavor. Link in bio. Baby, you need to come out and get some MahMah tea. I'm going to start a subscription service for the tea because I got some my regulars. And I want to treat I like treating my people good, right? You buy from me. You spend money with me. I want to make sure you are always taken care of. So I'm going to open up a subscription service for all my regular customers. And you could get 1, 2, 3 bags a month, however it is. I'm going to work it out. That's coming in 2026. That I'm definitely doing. And so you can just go make sure you get your tea. You're going to have your tea. Because I make them by batch, right? And I make fresh batches. And I make about 2 batches a month. But it's starting to pick up and people really like the tea. So this month I made 3 batches. And I'm almost out. So I said, you know what? I'm going to start a subscription service to make sure those who really want the teas, you're going to get them every month. So now I know how much I need to make. You know what I'm talking about? So, we're going to make some more tea. I got me some lemon here. We're going to cut up some of our lemon. We're going to put it in our cup. And I have my little strainer thing. Let me empty this. Hold on. I think these are super cool. I sell these too. All right, get your tea. You just put it in the bag. Let me dry the shit off. You put it in the bag, and it makes a perfect cup. Actually, several cups. So you know how many times I done refilled my cup. So you just scoop it out the bag, keep it in here, and you stir it. But this one holes are bigger than my other one. I had this one. This one one is really good too. I have these two, right? I call these the wands. These are the magic balls. These are my magic balls. And these are the wands, right? And these holes are smaller, so what you do, you scoop the tea and you put them in here. And then you just stir it and keep it in here. And you can keep them on the side, however you do it. Like, I try to make things very convenient. I like these too. Now, you can put the whole lotus flower in here. Yes, I got the lotus flower, honey. Let me tell you about my lotus flowers. Y'all gotta be careful who you buying your stuff from, okay? People be out here selling things, and you got to be careful. Now, I was fortunate enough to find a young lady who has a farm. She sent me some pictures of her farm too, in Sri Lanka, India, and she grows my lotus flowers. And she said, so when I put in my order, she starts to grow them. And then she harvests them and packages them, and she sends them to me. So you getting the lotus flower that I sell straight from India's farm. It ain't going through China. You ain't getting it no, it's this woman. She dries them. Like, she has a whole little setup. This is a small business that she has, woman-owned business. And me and her develop a relationship. First, it was a little rocky. So I'm like, look, what? I didn't know that she was growing this shit. I'm like, why are you taking 2-3 weeks to send the damn order? She said, it's rainy season. I said, what the hell I got to do with the damn flowers? She said, I can't dry them. I said, you growing them? She said, yes, I grow them myself. I said, oh, shit, baby, take as long as you need. I had no idea. Then we had a phone conversation. We had a talk. I was like, look here, me and you, I'm gonna fly out there one day, do a little documentary to show you, like, from farm to table of how these blue lotus, I get blue lotus, white lotus, and now I have red lotus. All grown from this woman on her small farm. It's like a pond. She got these, like a river, or I don't know, it looks like a damn lake. Huge. It ain't no little pond, it's a lake. And she has, these guys go out there on the boat and they harvest them, and she puts them in her little like compartment. It's not no high tech shit. Like, this is this is how they holding on to their culture. So this is why I hear people say, like, yo, I've had blue lotus before. Wasn't like this. I can actually feel this. And it doesn't change color, doesn't change the water color. Like, it's not supposed to change color. That means they're dyeing it. They're putting dye in the blue lotus, right? So in the Wise Elder, I have the white lotus, and in the Blue Magic, I have the blue lotus in there. And in the Euphoria, which is the blend, I have the white and the blue with Damiana, mullein leaf, raspberry leaf, sage, some Egyptian mint. Listen, it's phenomenal. It's really high quality stuff. So I had somebody wanting, I ain't this high ass tea. You call anybody know how to do this high ass tea? I said, baby, you ain't gonna find this tea in Walmart. I gotta pay import tax tariff duties and shit now, thanks to that man. What's his ass? This man, he looked just like this too. So, and I didn't go up on my prices either. I went up on the bundles though. I can't give y'all the bundles for cheap because this shit is expensive. But you're getting quality, high frequency herbs. I also get the moringa. Now, what do I get from her? The soursop and the moringa leaves for her for the Equinox blend. The Equinox blend, moringa, soursop, green tea, ashwagandha, hibiscus flower, ginger root, with real pineapple, apple, and mango pieces. See, my medicine tastes good. The roots is like, oh my God. The roots is, do I have burdock in there? And also put burdock root in there. Medicine doesn't have to taste nasty. I'm a Cancer, honey. I'm a foodie. This shit gotta taste good. This Wise Elder just tastes like pancakes. Somebody asked me, can I drink this, put milk in here and just have it like a cereal? No. All you can do, put some honey, Squeeze a lemon. It's like a damn dessert. Sweet, delicious. God. The best thing that happened to me is what I thought was the worst thing turned out to be the best thing. And I'm going to leave it right there. Come on, Scorpio. I don't forget shit. I hold a grudge. I may forgive you. I'll forgive you. But I ain't going to forget shit. You hear me? And if I cut you, I was just waiting. I was just waiting for you to take all the rope you need for me to watch your body swing left and right. Because I've been watching. Let me tell you something about Cancer women who hold Scorpio energy. Just don't do it. Ask my ex-husband if you could find his body. I'm joking. I ain't gonna have me going to the police house. All right, y'all, I've been on here long enough. I said I was gonna go live on another platform, but I like on TikTok. Y'all so much fun. Y'all been hanging with me for a couple hours, and I so appreciate y'all. I really do. I love y'all. TikTok is where I got my jump off. I ain't gonna lie. But TikTok changed, you know that. But TikTok, man, I love my TikTok people. Is where it all started. MahMah Tea started that age filter, you know. Put that age filter on, MahMah Tea, hop out. I haven't done the age filter live in a while because I don't like when it glitches and you get Sha Blyss and MahMah Tea and Sha Blyss and MahMah Tea. And some people don't know that I'm actually using the age filter. They be like, was you just younger? Then they're like, how do we know that you're really not old and you're pretending to be young? How do we know that you're really who you really are? You don't. You don't. And they be like, I was calling you elder. Well, how old you gotta be an elder? How old you gotta be to be an elder? Because somebody tell me how old you gotta be in the chat to be an elder. Somebody said, what? How old you got to be 60? Well, I'm okay, 60. I'll be an elder in 2 years. I'm 58. So somebody said, one more throw, child. They keep pushing the shit back. Because 55, you should be able to, you get one of them ARP cards, AARP cards at 55. You could go to the community, the senior community at 55. You could get discounts. Yo, I had a friend of mine put me on your discounts. I be forgetting about that shit. I said I can use that because this time I'm still a little young. You know, I still got a little swag on me. You know what I'm saying? I got a little swag. You know what I'm saying? I got a little swag still with me a little bit. But the chick 58 years old, I better start looking like how they have me looking at MahMah Tea on this website. Y'all just got here. I gotta do this one more again. Because, you know, I gotta start looking like this. Hold on. Let me go on here and find it. Let me go on here. This is the fake page on Facebook. If y'all on here, this is how they got MahMah Tea looking. I gotta start looking like this, I guess. I gotta start looking like this. Hold on. I gotta start looking like this. They done AI generated my images with AI, and people really think this is my fucking page. They got 71,000 followers on Facebook. I got 2,000 followers, and they think I'm the fake page. Look at this shit. They even got my video. Now, they show me on it. They got my video. But they posting shit like it's my shit. Look how they got MahMah Tea. Look at this shit. Am I reading the Bible? Am MahMah Tea reading the Bible? Look at my sweater. Look how they got me. They got Sha Blyss in the building. You know Sha Blyss got swag, baby. They gotta make MahMah Tea with some swag. If you gonna make MahMah Tea, you gonna steal my pay. Look how they got MahMah Tea in the damn. Even with the age filter, I don't be all looking like no damn like this. This what y'all think? This what y'all think I'm supposed to be looking like? Look how they got MahMah Tea. I did that one. Look how they took me. Look how they got me. Hold on now, this shit. I did this earlier. Look at this shit. Look how they got me looking, y'all. Look how motherfucking homely and shit. Look at this shit. Who am I talking to? Who am I looking at? They better put me in some dashikis or some shit. Look at it. They got my video in here. MahMah Tea cool. I'm gonna be a cool old lady. Look, let me tell you something. I'm gonna be this woman. I am this woman. Let's get it straight. I am MahMah Tea. Just in case you ain't know. I'm just using the age filter to get this energy out. 20 years. I'm gonna look like her. I'm actually gonna look like her in 20 years. See how MahMah Tea carry herself right here? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that. I am not. Hold on. I'm not gonna be this. I am not. Hold on. I'm not gonna be this. No, I'm not this shit now. I'm not. Look at this. Look at this shit. Hold on, let me show you the one where she gardening. Look at this shit. And they be like, oh, MahMah Tea. You should see the comments. You should see look at this shit. Look at this. Who the hell? I told y'all earlier, if you see me in this shit, at this age, ask what happened to me. They cloned me. Look at this shit. Look how they got me. This how y'all want me to look, right? This how y'all think. This how you think I'm supposed to look right now. This how y'all want me to be, right? This the fake pack. Look at this shit. I told you this the nursing home picture. I better stop saying that. Look at it. This the nursing home picture on Thanksgiving. Nobody came to see me. Y'all better come see me. Look at this one here. Child, I'm in church. I'm going to church. I'm going to church in this one. I'm going to church in this one. Hold on. I got one to show y'all that's going to make y'all scream, y'all. I'm in the library. Child, I'm out here. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Hold on. Where's I got to show y'all this one here. Look at this shit. I don't even do this. I need to start generating. Let me generate some MahMah Tea pictures. I'm going to show you. Look at this shit. I told y'all, look at this. This the one where the husband told me to go outside because he bringing over Sally and he got to talk some business with Sally and I need to go wait outside. Fake page on Facebook. Y'all better not be following them. If I find out y'all on Facebook following this page and you didn't unfollow them, my feelings are going to be very hurt. My feelings going to be very hurt. That's betrayal. You going to follow this. This what you following. You going to follow that? You going to betray me and follow this? This what you going to follow? Hold on. I got to get to the one with the hat, man. I'm outside with the hat on. Hold on. We're the one with the hat. That's MahMah Tea right there. You know MahMah Tea. Swag up. Child, I got me. Now, this look like my grandmother for real. My grandmother dressed like this. My grandmother really did dress. She had a coat, hat, scarf. She would dress like that. But I ain't my grandmother. Kind of sort of. MahMah Tea swaggy. Hold on, y'all. I got to show y'all this one here. I got to find this one here. Y'all gonna be like, the hell? No, you didn't do my mom. Look at this shit. Look at them. Look what they did to me here. Look how they got MahMah Tea. And people actually commenting on this shit. They got to look at that ceiling. Color purple. This is what nigga, I'm going to mess y'all head all the way up. You know damn well. MahMah Tea gonna have a motorcycle. How about that? I'm gonna have tattoos and a motorcycle in a mohawk at this age. Do you not catch me like this? I'm gonna have leather pants. Honey, I'm gonna be showing out. I'm gonna be a cougar. Damn right. At this age, I'm gonna be straight up cougar, leather pants, bandana, mohawk wearing, leather boots up to the knee. What you talking about? Leather boots? Shit, ass will be fat and showing. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I'm working out now. I'm working out right now. What you talking about? You ain't gonna catch me in this shit. Hold on, there's one more. I gotta show you. Where the fuck is this shit? Look at me on the phone. MahMah Tea on the phone. This shit is crazy. Hold on, I got to show MahMah Tea shopping in the store. Like, they really think the speed. Like, I do this shit like this. Look at me. I'm contemplating life and shit. God damn. I got to show y'all this one picture and then I'm done. Child, I'm painting. They got me painting and shit. This how you want. This I'm telling you. This how they want us to be. I'm about to break the mold on the old lady thing. I'm about to break the mold on old lady shit. I'm about to break the... They got me in the love. Hold on. I got to find this picture that they got me in the damn fields. And it's like, I was reading this shit. MahMah Tea looking sharp here, though. Hold on. They got MahMah Tea in the city. Come on. She got on loafers, though. She got on stockings. She don't got on petticoat. MahMah Tea got on stockings in this joke. What are you talking about? What y'all talking about? Look at... Oh, shit. They got MahMah Tea with 17 hands in this one. And they really think this is a real fucking page. Look how many hands I got, y'all. Look at how many hands I got on this damn page. Y'all gonna... This who y'all following? This who y'all want to go follow? You want to follow this shit? This who y'all want to be with? This who you leaving me for? You leaving me to be with this? I should block everybody. I'm blocking everybody. This is what this is. How could you not? How could you still follow this person after looking at this shit? I said, Lord. This is the picture that made me want to go find a lawyer. Let me go put the age filter on right now. Can I put the age filter on right now? I can't even put it on now. It's too late. It's too late to put it on. Look at this shit. This how they want me. This how they want me. Hold on, where'd that come from? This how they want me, y'all. This how they want me. This how they want your girl. Y'all better go to this Facebook page, MahMah Tea, Facebook. I'm Sacred Tea and MahMah Tea and Sha Blyss. That's on Facebook. If you follow me on Instagram, just go to my Linktree. All my links is on my Linktree. Make sure y'all follow me on the Linktree. Don't y'all follow that goddamn page. It got 71,000 followers. If I find out they're making money off my name, that guy, who's a lawyer? Does anybody know any attorneys that can help me with this? I'm serious. I'm already in the process of trademarking my name. It's pending right now. It's in pending status. My trademark is in pending status. But I'm hot about this shit. I'm still hot. At first I was gonna let it go. But I kept on saying they got 71,000 people really thinking that this is me. I'm gonna need therapy after this. I really am. I need to go speak to a therapist after this because this shit crazy. How, Sway? How's it possible? This the shit people do because you ain't got a damn life. Yo, you really go. These people need to go find themselves. Why don't you do that to your grandmother? Why are you doing that to me? Go do that to your mommy. Go do that to your grandma. Don't be fucking with me. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the live. I'm about to get off this thing. I'm supposed to be going on a walk. We got about an hour worth of sunlight left out here. Peace and power to you too. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all. I think I'm going to upload this on YouTube just for shits and giggles. And y'all can have a good time and laugh about some of the shit I'm talking about because there's some funny shit. There's some funny stuff going on. I dropped a lot of heat today. Dropped a lot of information. I always try my best to share my zaniness in a form of wisdom and knowledge and esoterics all mixed up like a buffet. And I really hope you guys really can grasp some of the things that I'm saying to you because I'm not telling you these things to confuse you or harm you in any way. Everything that I'm saying is to activate you. It's to activate you. It's to resonate with that thing in you. Because everyone who follows MahMah Tea, you are following this energy because of a promise that I made all of you many lifetimes ago, that I'm going to try my best to do whatever I can to snap as many of us out this spell as possible, right? Even I'm snapping myself out of it in the process, okay? So I take what I do very seriously. I am not playing no games with this. This is real. Like, this is real for me. I live this. I'm not like there's certain people that will utilize this platform for popularity, for money, right? And just for ego, right? That's why a lot of you say, where you been? I don't see you, this and that, because I don't chase this. I never did. I do it when I'm called to do it. I listen to the spirit within to say, it's time to do this, it's time to do that. I create most of the time, whether it's music, artwork, teas, wellnesses. I'm doing more and more teas. I love doing these teas. And you can feel the energy when you receive the tea. I'm not doing these teas because something popular to do, whatever. I do it because I've always made my own tea blend. My name is MahMah Tea. My name is Tisha, really. My name is Tisha, so the T in MahMah Tea comes from my name Tisha, and the Sha Blyss comes from my name Sha. The Sha comes from the last part of my name. So I am what I'm presenting to you, right? This is me. I just have many facets. I'm multifaceted. We all are multidimensional. When I talk about astrology and esoterics, been talking about this. There's some sisters that I've been rocking with astrology for 20 years, right? We were talking about the Divine Great Mother back in 99, 2000. Like, now it's popular, right? Now it's like it's trendy. Divine Feminine. Like, we were talking about these things when it was not popular. So I look back and I sit back and I'm watching who, is the spokesperson of it now. And you never really see me with many people. You don't see me with groups. I don't do groups, number one. I'm not into groups. I think I have trauma from a past life with groups. Anyone ever saw The Wheel of Time? I felt that movie like I was in that movie. And I'm going to just leave that there. I don't do groups. I have a hard time trusting people, right? The betrayal thing don't really. That's why I say you're going to follow this page. But, I stay to myself. I know who I rock with, and I know who I've been rocking with for a long time and who's consistent. And when I see new people come on the scene trying to dominate the knowledge as if it comes from them and source gave them, I just don't associate with them. I'm not going to talk about you because I think we're all a part of awakening. But just be mindful of the agendas someone has behind, the slogan. Right? Many people are wearing they're cloaked. But as Saturn goes direct today in Pisces, the last sign of the zodiac, Saturn rules time. Saturn rules karma. Pisces is the veil. Pisces rules spirituality. Pisces rules the frequency of the divine on a high state, and it rules the frequency of the deceiver on a low state. So those who have been operating from the frequency of the low state of Pisces, while the planetary frequency of karmic debt and reward is about to go in forward motion and leave out of that sign and won't be there for the next 30 years. This is the moment many of us have been waiting for. This is where your debts will either be cleared, you paid in full, you stayed true to yourself, you didn't compromise your soul, you weren't being fake, fraudulent, or deceptive, you weren't swindling people, you were being true. Those of you who stayed true, at least for the past 30 years, you will begin to receive your rewards as Saturn exit out the last sign of the zodiac. You will get your degree. You will graduate. And you will go to the next level. But for those who made a career out of deception, fraudulence, fake pages, pretending to be someone that they're not, being a false spiritual teacher, Saturn will burn your mask off, and you will be left standing naked in your truth. The Wizard of Oz, that curtain, will be pulled back, and everyone will begin to see who you are. Not only that, everyone will begin to see who they are. The gaslighting, you will never be able to you can't get away with that anymore. It was a big thing going on about narcissistic behavior, narcissism, and empaths, and that whole thing. Why do you think that was all going on these last seconds of Pisces? Because the sign of Pisces can be the ultimate narcissist. Because it's, those fish. Remember, there's two frequencies, divine and deception. So Pisces can gaslight you in pretending to be something that it's not. Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, can be the great deceiver. Doesn't the trident look like a pitchfork? Right? It's a wand. Spells. Pisces rules spells. Neptune rules spells. Glamour. Facades. Saturn rules lead, weight, and karma. So that energy infused together, you have no choice but to burn off the facade. And you have to show who you are. Not to everyone else, but to yourself. So when you're looking in the mirror, you're not just looking at yourself. You're looking at all of your ancestors as well. Because they are watching you through your own eyes. And you're not fooling anyone. You're not playing anyone. You're not getting away with shit. Because they're in you, watching you through you. And always know that, always understand that, and always walk with that. Because you have to be real and true to yourself if you're not true to anything or anyone else. And with that being said, I'm closing out this session. Thank y'all for hanging with me. I love y'all. Make sure y'all go to sacredtea.net. Check out my teas. Check out my music. Check out everything that I have to offer. It's all coming from my heart. And it's all genuine and it's all real. From my heart to your hands. And with that being said, keep your vibes high and your tea sacred. Love y'all. Peace. Ever wonder why the ancient Egyptians called blue lotus the flower of awareness? It's more than beautiful, baby. It's bioactive. Blue lotus contains natural alkaloids like aporphine that interact with dopamine receptors, helping the mind unwind while enhancing focus and mood. Then there's mango green tea, rich in catechin and polyphenols that support circulation, metabolism, and gentle energy without the crash. It wakes the body up while keeping the nervous system calm. And hibiscus flower, that deep crimson bloom known across Africa and the Caribbean for supporting the heart and cooling inflammation, is packed with vitamin C and anthocyanins that protect your cells from oxidative stress. Together, they create Blue Lotus Magic Blend, a soothing, uplifting experience that connects ancient wisdom with modern wellness. Try it for yourself. Click the link below or the link in my bio and bring a little magic to your cup.